days that were coming, they asked him, when will the temple be destroyed? And he told them about this. And Jesus died and rose in the year about 33, 34 AD. But in 64 AD, 30-some years later, the people who lived in Jerusalem rose up against the Romans. The Romans were their political masters. And they decided we're going to be free. And so they rose up, took control of the city of Jerusalem, and they waited. And the Romans sent a guy named Vespasian. He was a general, their best general. And he marched 3 legions all the way to Jerusalem. And then he surrounded the city with his armies. And what he did was he knew people came to Jerusalem all the time. And so he let everybody who wanted to come in, but he wouldn't let anybody out. And so they were inside the city under siege. Okay? And they were trying to figure out how could it have gone so bad. And what they decided, the people in the city, was, well, it's this new group of Christians. It's these people who believe in Christianity. It's their fault these terrible things are happening. And life became very, very difficult for the Christians there. For the next 4 years, while Jerusalem was under siege, all of the things Jesus said would happen, happened. Family members turned in other family members. People were hunted down, and it was a very, very tough time. And Jerusalem fell in 70 AD. Jesus knew what was going to happen, huh? And then we look at our first reading. That was a long one, wasn't it? You did a good job. And we see Daniel, who, let me see, 580, I can do the math, give me a second. 540 years before that, was speaking to a king, and he said, God told me the future, and he told the king what God said, and he was right. In the end, I think Jesus wants us to know something very, very important. 2 things, forgive me. First, the future is something he knows, okay? He knows. And every day he gives us chances to grow and prepare for that future. So you ever have something happen where you're like, why is this happening to me? Did you ever have that? Anyway, no, most of you know, everything's great. We understand all, yeah? All of it is to help us get a little stronger and a little more prepared for the things that are to come. So whenever stuff happens where you're like, I don't know why this is happening, God knows. Whether he intended it or allowed it, I don't know. But I know everything that happens to us, he can use to make us better. He can use to make us stronger. He can use to make us braver and holier. So my mom always put it this way. Yeah, this was a saying, and I can't remember where she got it from. I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. So we can be at peace, guys. Jesus promises us, I'm with you. Everything's going to be fine. And if things get tough, we can remember, well, God can help me endure this well. And if things don't get tough, but they get weird, why is this happening? We can remember, well, God's preparing me. He's helping me so that someday I can live the vocation he gave me. So today we ask God to help us trust him, that it's all in his hands. And that he wants us to be the best people we can be because of him. So we can trust him. And when things are hard or confusing, Jesus, give me the strength to learn everything I need to learn. Amen? Okay.